chance to reset and not have to worry about that one goal Fireburner put in. So
if they were playing that well with massive audio issues, I'm scared for NRG at this point.
Let's see what you got. So clean slate for everybody, and interesting to see if Maddox, PJ, and Reppy can bring more of that offense to bear, assuming that the audio all works out now.
Let's get game one underway again here on DFH. Still with INTZ in the blue, NRG in the orange, and an early aggressive push as Justin shot from the midfield gets sent away. Now Garrett with a dunk. It's back in front of the box. Here's Fireburner with pressure, and NRG starts off hot out of the gate.
Pretty similar to how their previous 2 minutes went or so. Definitely an early push, but at least now INTZ maybe a chance to lock things down here in the midfield, but slow to pick it up, and Justin up the pitch.
Oh my goodness, Justin gets it underneath Reppy. PJ tries to clear from the corner. Here comes more pressure. NRG off a one, and the tap towards the goal. Maddox got the block, and a bit of a double commit in the midfield. Reppy will try to move it into the corner, see if he can set up his teammates, but Justin's got it away from him and back out and away from danger.
And it's that challenge game from Justin that makes him so valuable in my eyes on that NRG team. He's one of the greatest damage control players in the game. He just buys so much time for Garrett G and Fireburner to rotate back and get set on defense.
NRG looking for a few demos, and here another attack from Justin. This one taken away from Maddox as he keeps control on the wall. A nice dribble, and he gets it past Garrett as well. Now all up to Fireburner in the back corner. He'll boom it down the field, and Garrett quickly does a 180, takes a shot, and gets it past Maddox and in. NRG scores.
About the same, but Garrett G rips one from the corner. Just a brutal shot. I mean, what are you going to do? It's a tight angle. Playing near post defense, it's not a bad spot to be, but A+ to Garrett G for the back post shot.
3:54 on the clock. NRG strikes first. PJ with a lofter. Justin will tuck it back down in his corner, and Reppy finds control, puts it onto the backboard. Justin catches this one, takes it away. He's playing it all by himself right now. The rest of his team following behind. And there's the pass in the midfield, deflected by Reppy, but sent up high. Fireburner hanging far back right now as Justin tries to put it in by himself. Now Fireburner moving in, and Reppy will get it past him. Moving back down the field, it's all up to Garrett in the back as he comes in. Reppy with another excellent flick. He's had a few of those so far this game. Something they could possibly build a scoring drive off of, but nothing to show for it just yet. Maddox now onto the backboard, and PJ looks for the shot. Justin will get it away.
Some nice vision from INTZ there, though. PJ, he had an option off the backboard or towards his teammate. Chose to give Maddox the ball and let him make a play. Can they recreate that and get some chances?
Oh, man, Justin with the flip reset, puts it on to Garrett Soto, puts it towards the goal. Maddox got the block, and PJ got the clear. INTZ will survive. Boy, it's definitely a scary push from NRG.
Nice cut from Justin as well on that side wall, and it'll force everyone from INTZ back.
Garrett G's up, looking for the tuck. Guinea gets it in by himself. 2-0 now for NRG.
With such a strong push upfield from INTZ, they weren't expecting Justin to get such great command of that ball coming off his own sidewall. Just cut it right past all three of them. They all had to run back quick. It was going to be a tough play, again, coming off that top corner. And follow through from Garrett G there once again.
And Garrett G and Justin both going up for that. Justin backed off quickly, but I feel like the damage was already done. INTZ's trying to position for both players, and then they're left alone. Justin now looking for another cut, gets it under one. Can he get it past two? Nah, Maddox hasn't having any of it. Sends it away. So we approach halftime. INTZ still yet to get on the board. Fireburner advancing onto the backboard, taps it down into the corner, and Justin looks to adjust. Reppy comes out with a challenge. Gets it back to midfield, and now Garrett G biding his time. He'll pass across the field, and it's intercepted by PJ.
There's that double commit again, though, from INTZ, but still, ball out to Reppy, top of the box, and Garrett G, uncontested, clear out to the side, allows INTZ the second chance here on offense.
Reppy is able to win the second challenge, and here comes PJ. Couldn't find the second touch, and it'll be Garrett G to play it down and into the blue. Maddox, another counter clear. PJ looks for it, but it's taken away by Fireburner. Can he find the double tap? Reppy has other ideas. Justin now across the field. Maddox on the wall. Garrett challenges and gets it into the box. No other presence here from NRG, but Garrett G will get the bumps and demos, or the bumps and boost grab on his way out, rather.
Oh, nice fake, but nice recovery from Justin there, and it feels like NRG, they know they're up by 2, and they're really not trying to take too many risks right here. There's still a ton of time on the clock, and they know if they give one up now, they're really going to have to tighten up and make sure not to allow that equalizer here. And here's a chance for PJ into the middle, but Garrett G punched out to the opposite side of the field. Fireburner with time through one, but Reppy comes right at him out of the box and just clears it away.
Great positioning from Reppy there, too. He blocks the vast majority of Fireburner's options, and oh no! PJ's going to get credit for it, but the own goal from NRG.
Tough play. Justin sitting in the net. Nice challenge, great speed from PJ to get there, and Justin a little bit forward of the line to make sure he doesn't hit the crossbar. Can't get all the way behind the ball, and just right in. Unfortunate, and a nice goal from INTZ.
INTZ is happy to take it, and they'll look to press this advantage. See if they can get NRG on tilt here for a moment. So we approach the final minute. NRG still up by 1. But now, cutting the deficit down a little bit. INTZ will be able to play into that stoppage time. Here comes Garrett G as PJ puts it to the corner. Now Fireburner advances and just takes the shot on the ground. Reppy's got the block, and now the extension out to midfield and will be taken away by Garrett G. Onto the backboard once more. PJ counter clears. Reppy lurking in enemy territory, looking for shot opportunities or bumps. And the 50-50 game starting to go more and more in INTZ's favor. They've got onto the backboard again. Garrett G will clear it away. Reppy couldn't find it. Now Fireburner. Can he find Garrett G in the midfield? They've run out of boost here, but he's got it across in front of the box. Here's Garrett, and Maddox gets the clear. 30 seconds remaining for INTZ to score.
And NRG just let that one roll, but they didn't quite get the ball. Fireburner can't get it. PJ delivers an equalizer with 21 seconds. NRG, they tried to let it roll back to get in a better spot, but they lost the challenge, and Fireburner can't reach it.
How about it? Beating Fireburner in the air and winning a 50-50 before that as well. INTZ came to play, and they have tied it up against the North American champions. 21 seconds left in regulation. So ball's back in the midfield. Reppy's alone. He'll put it high. Now Maddox with the follow, looking for a shot. He'll put it a bit wide, but a double commit on defense. It's all up to Garrett. PJ, can he double tap it? He couldn't sneak it in, PJ.
Oh, no.
They tried so hard. Maddox couldn't get it away either. And now PJ keeping this in the air one more time. Reppy up looking for the pinch. It's not there. Now Maddox comes barreling in and wins the 50-50. It's right there in front of the goal, but the defense holds. Fireburner gets them to overtime.
Some fire coming out from INTZ at the end of regulation. A minute 13 and 21 seconds, and they tie up the game, and here is where it'll get a little scary for NRG. You talked about it when we were in that break. It gives them a chance to maybe avoid that early sense of failure, and it would be a disaster, I think, for NRG if they don't come out with a win here in this game one for something they feel they've had in the bag pretty much.
Fireburner through 1. Looking to take a win in a game that looked cleanly in NRG's favor. Here comes Garrett G onto the backboard. Maddox is up late, and Garrett G puts it back down for Justin. He's not going to be able to quite find it, though. Fireburner lurks all the way back around. Now Airborne, this ball has outdistanced him. An excellent touch from Maddox to put it high, and then the dunk as well to keep this ball from advancing back onto his backboard. It's PJ out to midfield. Rotation, Justin puts it high, but it's a bit soft, and Reppy finds the response.
INTZ are ready to go as well.
Maddox tries. It's met by NRG and bumped a little bit high. Excellent touch from Maddox to slow things down, but now Justin back down the field. Players to work with down the field, and look at this dunk. INTZ continues to find wins in the 1v1 department. Maddox puts this one up in the middle field. Fireburner over to Garrett. Taking their time on these touches. Justin will look to connect with his teammate in the corner, but he just moves and looks for bumps instead. Can he tap it himself? That's Justin off the post and out. Oh my goodness, we keep playing.
99% correct, but it's the 1% that matters. Couldn't get all the way around it. Fit it between the goalposts, and NRG will have to look for a second chance. Garrett G's got him all beat. Double tap chance and drill. Off the post. Second opportunity finally into the net. NRG will recover and take it in overtime.
It took him like 14 shots and 2 post bounces, but finally Justin will finish this one off, and NRG will take game 1. But oh my goodness, if INTZ didn't make them sweat.
Absolutely. Hold your breath if you're an NRG fan, and they know that was a close call, but now they've got it out of the way, and they absolutely had to work for it. 6 saves from INTZ, but I was actually loving the offense when INTZ got the ball and pushed onto that offensive third so many times, and it was so close here. This was this big equalizer. PJ just under the crossbar, and a wonderful opportunity at 0 seconds, but not quite.
Well, and look at this, Maddox here winning a 50-50, and then the pass across. Fireburner's looking for the read. This is a very difficult play for Fireburner, and PJ does exactly his job to make it as difficult as possible. And that 50-50 game in the midfield, INTZ's winning way more of them than I think many people would have given them a chance to, and they're also finding ways to punish NRG's mistakes, which is the first thing you have to get right to have any chance of beating NRG.
Yeah, that's what they talked about even in the low-key Cloud9 series. You know, you're not going to get too many chances, and it's pretty much the same thing here in this game number 1. It was like what you said, 12 shots for NRG and 5 for INTZ.
Yeah.
You weren't going to get many, and you need to make the ones you get count, and INTZ absolutely did that. It was just unfortunate that overtime goal happened to go NRG's way, but I think you can be pretty satisfied with that game one if you're INTZ, because you knew you could have done it. So just wash, rinse, repeat. Keep that offense up when you get a chance, and you're going to make NRG work for it.
You got 2 more chances to get a win here. See what they do. Maddox putting up 4 saves in that first game. See if he's able to add any to them here as we move on to Neo Tokyo. Fireburner versus PJ on the kickoff. Garrett G will merge with control and put it into the corner. Now Reppy trying. Justin's got the read already onto the backboard. Maddox doesn't have a great touch, and Fireburner will look to punish. Puts it high. Garrett G thinks about going in, but stays back. Fireburner now moves away. Garrett will beat the first one, and Justin already airborne, but Reppy a lot closer to the ball. He'll win that challenge, put it onto the backboard, and Fireburner's got to play it off to the corner. Past one. Maddox looking for the pass to Reppy here, is taken away by Justin. PJ now, out to Reppy. Looks for the pass back to PJ, but PJ will find control either way. And now Garrett G trying to get it past him. PJ's got him beat, and here comes Maddox for the shot and puts it home. What a play from INTZ as they take their first lead.
Nice job from PJ to chase that ball down into the corner, and just 2 big blocks on NRG. They just couldn't get a quality touch on the ball, and Maddox, a lot of faith in PJ getting that ball through a couple times, was ready to go in the midfield, so well done for Maddox. He's usually that guy that everybody looks to on that INTZ team. He's going to be the guy to set everything up, but that was all PJ there.
I loved PJ. Those Reppy's retreat. Oh my goodness, Garrett couldn't quite get underneath. Fireburner looks for the shot, but it's not there. Again, Justin tuck it in. It's still high. 41 boost for Fireburner to put it back into the box. Here comes Garrett, but oh my goodness, the ball will pinball away and get back out to midfield. Garrett G and company will still have to look for that equalizer.
Justin not quite ready for Fireburner to pull off that ball and just couldn't recover. But again, hard press from INTZ here, and they make another goal happen. But they have to just give up. They grab the boost and force NRG to push with not a lot in the tank.
2 players pop it high. Reppy over to the side. No contact. Now Maddox on the far side will have to fall back. He's got it onto the wall. He'll win the challenge against Garrett G. Now Fireburner over the edge. Justin demolished in front of the goal. Fireburner's able to nearly get it to cross the net, but no one would have been there to take the shot anyways.
But it was still a good thing that he won that ball, because all it did, since he won that challenge, it allowed extra time. But PJ catches a pass from the middle, and that is unfortunately banged high. Second opportunity across, and nobody home. NRG will dodge a bullet.
Justin's able to intercept that, but the quick turnaround transition on offense. The 2-touch, and here comes the shot. Garrett G will find the block. Behind to Z, starting to pound the net. Garrett will punt it. Tries to get the fake. Got a bit of a double commit out of them, but they're not winning much control. Ball back into the corner. The chaos from INTZ is doing work.
3 shots to 3. INTZ equalizing pressure.
PJ tries to deflect it to the side, and a demolition on Maddox in goal, but Justin misses the ball on the wall. That'll ruin any chance of taking advantage of the demo. Maddox off to the side, this side corner. Played heavily right now. Both teams happy just to dump it back there over and over again. Now Garrett G looking for the carry. Can't get it past PJ. The quick, aggressive challenges from INTZ.
They really don't want to allow any time for NRG, which is absolutely the right approach. We've seen some other teams have success against NRG in that department. Tip high, vector from Justin, not able to get it around Maddox. Nice shot, but well saved, and INTZ can't quite get a handle on this, but nobody's home for NRG, and punched off his post. They thought they were under maybe a little bit more pressure. Either way, now INTZ get away with one.
A gutsy, maybe unnecessary play from Maddox, but you got a feel for him. You expect him to be breathing straight down your necks at that moment. NRG had actually backed off and given him some space. 1:55 on the clock. We're past halftime, and it's still just the 1 goal for INTZ here in game number 2 as they look to equalize. Now Maddox off to the side. PJ wraps it back around the corner. The dump back in front of the box, and nobody's home. Maddox puts in a second goal. INTZ's up by 2.
Big second goal here for this one. Just a battle on that side wall, and Fireburner bumped by PJ. That's usually something you see Fireburner do. And again, Maddox right there to support it, willing to play aggressive in case that play comes through. They're putting a lot of faith in Reppy to be ready if they lose that ball. But either way, they're making the plays happen.
Reppy just straight into the net again. Are you kidding me? A colossal collapse on kickoff. Fireburner over the edge here just completely beat to the ball. Reppy reading faster. We were talking about this. The thing that NRG probably could count on was that they were going to read the ball faster than INTZ. Absolutely not the case on that kickoff.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a sheet up from NRG following up that kickoff play. Fireburner went to the right side for the boost, but unfortunately just didn't make a quality read off that bounce. Clean beat, and now it feels like game 2's out of reach a little bit.
Nearly did it 2 kickoffs in a row. INTZ had another play like that. A pass across. Justin looks for the extension, but doesn't quite find the ball. Down by 3, NRG. Possibly the first team to drop a game to the South Americans. Say I'm happy to see them get a win on the board. This one popped up high. Maddox over to the edge. Reppy again, what a challenge. PJ will get it past the front offense. Justin moves in to try and create some chaos, but nothing's going to work. The pass across, Maddox puts it a bit high. There's only going to be another goal just yet. But with 52 seconds remaining, down by 3, this game, I do think, is out of reach. Fireburner moves in looking for the first goal. Maddox denies, sends him away, as he's been playing such strong defense the entire series. And they only lost game 1 by an overtime.
And there's also been a lot of value in INTZ when they're rotating back. It's not always the guy coming at the ball. Second opportunity, PJ will just punch it through, make it 4-0, and game 2 done and dusted.
Gotta feel good about this. What a confidence booster this has to be for INTZ to go up against the best team from North America, coming off of a perfect season. Local boys, too, to be able to get a win here. Can they replicate it 2 more times, though? So we're all tied up at a game apiece now. And the last 30 seconds will just be protocol.
Absolutely. And INTZ, it's a great game, too. What I was talking about right before that goal went in, just wonderful aggression when they're rotating back on the defense. A nice dunk from Justin to get at least 1 on the board. But NRG will have to wait their turn and look at game number 3.
Yeah, a lot of great work done there by Fireburner to get the demo and that really soft touch. It's got to be very confusing for the goalie to look up and have to try and peer through the smoke, where for Justin it's a simple, I'm going to get in the air and just going to read what happens there. He'll get that first goal, but 3 more in 13 seconds I don't think is going to happen. So INTZ will take a win.
It's happened 1 time. Marky Duda, the 14-second hat trick.
He's insane. Or Markey. Now the ball will touch. INTZ take game number 2. And all of a sudden, NRG's got to find their second gear.
And it's because they were taking away so many of those chances NRG were looking to get, bouncing those balls off the wall. They were rotating back out of the midfield, and they would just take a touch away from one of the oncoming NRG players, just tap it right back out into the corner. And so INTZ limiting the chances for NRG to set up quality goal scoring means they come out with, again, just that repeat of great offense whenever they get the opportunity. Turned it into a great win.
Yeah.
And Maddox, I mean, credit to you for always being ready for whatever PJ gave you, and well done, PJ, to even get the ball into the middle.
Yeah, Maddox finding 2 goals and then again 4 saves. He's averaged 4 saves a game so far. And I love that first goal they managed to score. You had Reppy rotating back on PJ's first pass, and he kind of functions as a screen. People look at Reppy and they think, oh, he's about to touch the ball. So when he misses the ball, everyone on NRG says, okay, we can kind of fall back a little bit, or we don't have to worry about this one. They don't expect PJ to chase. It doesn't look like that's what he's going to do. And then he chases in the corner, wins the 50-50, sets it up, and Maddox puts it home.
And they absolutely deserve the win in game number 2. It's I was talking about it a little bit. You've seen teams have similar success against NRG. You know, Renegades was able to do it last season. So a lot of victories for teams that just play super aggressive versus NRG and are just able to edge out that challenge game.
Yeah.
And it really throws NRG for a loop because, you know, they're so used to being ahead in that front in most departments. And every now and again, you get a team, INTZ right now, that'll really make them pay, and they're going to have to make some adjustments.
Well, NRG, usually a team that when you give them some space and they have time to work with the ball, they make some sort of drive that is completely indefensible, and that's just not been the case so far. We've seen them a few times, Justin, with space, just go for the air carry, and Reppy in particular, it seems to have the response every time. He manages to get up higher than him, wins another one here in the air. Fireburner tries, but Reppy puts it back in the box. It's just in target. Maddox will finish it off, and INTZ's got the lead in game 3.
You have the world's greatest crystal ball. They win the challenge, and Fireburner can't get a handle on it. Reppy again, first one to it. Hello. Of course Maddox is going to be right there. 1-0 INTZ.
Reppy, you heard Gibbs saying it. The guy was playing Rocket League back when we had power rankings as kind of our only metric for success. And finally getting a chance to play on the world stage, and he's making his best case. Here comes Justin. PJ will block it, put it into the corner with a second touch as well, and Reppy moves in to try and extend the play down. Garrett G over the top of 1. Fireburner creates pressure. PJ has to just punt. Now Garrett. Pass 2 towards the goal, just a bit wide. PJ's happy to clear it away. Justin up. This one coming back down again. Here's more pressure. Fireburner
Oh,
tucks
there we
it
go.
past one. Can he get it out and past Reppy? He's got to bring him out and into space. He does so, but Maddox comes up to help. An excellent situation where double committing is not actually much of a problem. It's actually the correct decision. They get it away, though. Justin out of the corner screams in and ties the game up.
NRG showing they can do the same thing INTZ was doing to them. This is a tough ball to read for PJ, and he just can't get a handle on it. Reppy ready to go catch that bounce if PJ missed the ball, and unfortunately, it bounced away too far away, and Justin able to pound it home.
I swear, Justin hit his boost a frame after PJ made contact. He knew where that was going.
He was ready to go.
That's that quick read game coming out and helping NRG here. Reppy with a miss on the wall, actually, and then a demolition. Does this turn into a goal, too? The defense is trying, and Reppy actually manages to get grounded, get behind the ball, and take it away, but Garrett's putting more pressure on him again, and it's Reppy once more to spin it, once more away. PJ will block Justin's shot, and NRG's trying to push this advantage. There's nothing to show for it just yet.
And watching Justin, he's constantly looking for bumps whenever he gets an opportunity on that INTZ side of the field. He'll get a touch, and if he can, he'll just look to smack somebody out of the way. And INTZ right now is sort of stuck in the NRG corner.
So happy to keep on playing towards the backboard. There's a clear, but everyone from NRG had rotated around. Now it's up to Justin. Wins the dunk and is off to the side. Can PJ extend this one away? No, Garrett G finds the read. Reppy puts it back into the corner. Now it's up to Fireburner. He lofts it for Justin. Couldn't get it past Maddox. Another save here.
And it's great to see that defense from INTZ not hesitating at all whenever those balls are bouncing out of the corners and out of the midfield. That's where you see a lot of teams that are inexperienced get into trouble versus top-level players. Pass down, and PJ there, 2-1.
They take the lead back. A quick offensive play. Reppy with the pass on to the vertices to drop it straight down, and look at that. Doubly confirmed. Either Maddox or PJ would have that one, and INTZ has the lead once more in Game 3. NRG struggling to find in moments earlier where there was one player demoed and one player with a heavy whiff. You thought they'd be able to score, and no, it doesn't happen. And now more pressure from INTZ. So they try to extend this lead. Again, PJ with the beat onto the back wall. There's Reppy to tuck it into the corner, but Garrett G comes out of the goal.
Oh, good
Managed to get it away. Justin looked to change up the play, but no, he's off, and the goal is wide open. Reppy puts in a third one.
Demo from Justin absolutely mattering because Garrett G, he didn't have any boost, and he didn't realize it was going to take so long for Justin to get back, and Fireburner wasn't going to be able to command that ball against those players on the side wall. He thought he had time to grab boost, left the net wide open, and now they're down by 2.
Just across halftime. Plenty of time for NRG to come back, and this is the pass out. Here's a good start. Fireburner looks for a goal, but completely loses the challenge to Maddox in the midfield. Reppy will beat another one. Here's PJ airborne to try and win another 50-50, but it drops straight down onto his teammate's hood. Fireburner has to get the clear away. Now Garrett G. A long way down. Justin's up, looks for the shot, but it's wide. Now Fireburner. Another one towards the goal. This one on target, but Reppy will get it away, and now PJ will extend it over and into the orange again. It's Garrett G. Back to Fireburner. Look at the stall. INTZ able to shut it down in this corner again. This has been their favorite corner the whole game.
That's something that NRG is usually so good at, keeping the ball as close as possible to their cars and always able to win the next challenge. But whenever they've tried that, INTZ has been right on top of them and making that second touch so difficult to win. Pass into the middle, and they're going to let it go.
Oh, the fake from Justin gets a past one, but the field side flip, he's a little bit low on boost, actually. Probably called himself off. As Garrett G tries to make the play happen. Now Fireburner up. They continue to rotate through this corner. But the aerial challenges consistently won by INTZ right now as they fly back down the field. Garrett G's got it away, but 2 players up there from INTZ. Some ball control can happen here for NRG company. It can happen. Here's Justin.
They caught everybody too far forward. Can they turn this into something?
Boost. Justin puts this one around. A demolition onto Reppy. It's all up to Garrett G here, but he's back in midfield and he has to pass. Now Fireburner looking for the midfield shot and it puts it wide. Here's Garrett G on the counter.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. You feel for the goalie there. What do you do? They make it a 1-goal game.
That's all the way back again. They caught him finally too far forward, and Reppy just missing the touch. So close, and Maddox, I mean, you got to pick a side to defend, and Garrett G, he's the guy who takes the most shots over on NRG, and he'll turn that one in.
That first shot, though, from Fireburner, just wide of the goal. That's been this entire game for NRG. It takes them 2 shots every time, it seems, to make a goal. And now Maddox looking for the counterattack. Garrett G gets one. Can Fireburner get it away from the follow-up? He sure does. And now Maddox has to play it back into his own corner. Justin's happy to crowd it.
Oh, another chance.
Here comes Garrett G. 2 players up on the defense. That's not the best of clears. PJ keeps this one high to buy time, and look at all this boost Maddox still has. All the way back over to the side. PJ with a miss, though. Here's an opportunity as Garrett G keeps this one high. Buying time. Look at the dribble skills, and Maddox like, excuse me, yeah. I've seen that a million times. Thank you very much. I'll take that one.
Oh, he's done!
Oh, my goodness, he sets it up. PJ slams the door on him, and it's a 2-goal game.
Justin gets boxed into a weird spot again. They try to think he's got some extra time to work with here. He let that ball bounce off the sidewall. He could have drove at it and punched it off the wall or something, but he's like, you know what, I'm going to let it bounce. I'm going to secure my own corner boost so they don't get it, and then he just couldn't handle the bounce, and he got punished.
No, don't do it to him, Maddox. They have families. Fireburner will get this one away. PJ over to the side. Just when it looked like NRG was coming back alive and could bring this game back, the goal lead is extended again. INTZ up by 2 as the final countdown happens. They have to get a goal immediately and then have a kickoff. And at this point, there's not enough time. NRG will drop another one. INTZ 1 away from beating the North American regional champs.
Might be the biggest upset you'd ever expect at a world championship we've ever seen. If INTZ win this next game,
at their first appearance, this is 3 LAN rookies, mind you.
And that's what they talked about on the desk as well. NRG, unbeatable in the online environment, it seems. But you get them on the LAN, and everything, it takes one step back, and then all it takes is one step back, and they'll just start backpedaling.
This is 3 players with the least amount of LAN experience possible up against 2 of the players that have the most. Nobody has been to every LAN except for Garrett G and Fireburner. And here on day 1, backs against the wall against INTZ, who look to finish this series off in 4.
It really always is that first game on stage for NRG. That is usually their worst showing at a live environment. And it's absolutely been the case here against INTZ. That being said, INTZ, yeah, give us the eyebrows. You deserve it.
He's feeling it, man. He's ready to go.
Absolutely. They're feeling it. They
came here to represent. And at this point, he can already. You heard Shamako talking about it beforehand. They're already proud. It's already an accomplishment just to be here. If they were able to beat anybody, there would be an accomplishment in and of itself. That would be icing on the cake. And at this point, could you pick a team you'd rather beat to show off?
It's a great one to start off for INTZ, but you're not done yet.
The series is not over.
You got to win another 5 minutes. And NRG, they're not going to let it go quietly.
Well, I was talking with some friends earlier. NRG, I believe, plays best with their backs against the wall. It seems that they play best when they are losing, when that mindset of we have to play, we have to stay actively engaged is there, as Garrett looks for a bump, but no one was there to follow up the touch, and PJ's happy to rotate the midfield and put it right back into the orange, and the pressure's already back on for INTZ. Can NRG find that second level of play now that their backs are against the wall and they cannot lose another game? Garrett G up. Reppy over towards PJ. Fireburner will put it high. PJ dumps it right back down. Now bouncing, no challenges from NRG. PJ's happy to carry it by himself up on the backboard. Justin doesn't get the best touch, but Fireburner's able to bail him out. And now Garrett G looking for pressure. Maddox has control already. And the midfield being completely dominated by the South Americans.
Consistently able to find touches high against the backboard, forcing NRG to continue to make those strong touches up the pitch. And even when they are able to keep it close, always right on top of it. It's been such a beautiful display from INTZ after game 1.
Reppy looking for a shot. He's got a little bit of space there between him and the ball, but Justin's able to do one thing. Fireburner gets a block on PJ's tight shot. Now Reppy up high. This comes back down. The Garrett G advancing into enemy territory. Here comes Justin looking for the shot, but Maddox able to get enough of his car in the way, block it.
And Justin was diving at that. He came from so far away, and it's because he's probably getting a little frustrated with how quickly INTZ are getting to a lot of these chances.
We said at the start that a key to victory for INTZ was going to be decision-making. They cannot hesitate. They have to just play. But the thing is the decisions they are making, it's challenge, and it's working. They're winning over and over again. And right now, this is their series to lose. Justin pass 1. Can he finish it off himself? He's still got 12 players to work with, but Reppy gets in the way, sends it off to the side, says not today. And again, Fireburner takes another one. Justin looks for the play, and there's nobody home this time. NRG will enjoy their first lead of 2 games.
Well, you were just talking about decision-making. Reppy actually made the right decision here to stay with that ball, but unfortunately nobody else able to cover the back post. Fireburner there to apply pressure out into the middle. Justin ready to go, and NRG finally on the board first in what feels like forever.
3 minutes left to go. NRG would like to just hold on to this lead at this point. Maddox with a shot and is deflected by Fireburner. Reppy up to try and extend it, but couldn't find contact. Now the play over one. Justin advances. He's got Garrett on the far side. Flicks it past him. Can they finish it off? It's off the post and back out. Here's Fireburner. Nobody's home, and he'll put it through. 2-0 now for NRG.
You can always depend on Fireburner to find those into the back of the net. It's one of the reasons he took the fewest shots on NRG, but he's got a 28% shooting percentage, which is just astronomical. It's because he's Old Faithful. You can always rely on him to be there to clean up.
2:46. INTZ at the score in game 4. Fireburner pass one. Now the long play down the field. PJ gets it away. Justin had the read already. Puts it back into the box again. Reppy off to the corner. Garrett G's able to neutralize it. Fireburner looks for the pass. He'll try to connect with Justin on the far side. Look at that. Played off the defender, and it's off to the backboard once more. Fireburner tries to backflip it in. Does it
You're
go
kidding!
through? No way! Fireburner makes it a 3-goal game.
Look at Justin just dive at that ball to beat Reppy. It was so aggressive. And Fireburner, a little backflip catch, throws Maddox for a loop and just punches it home off the post. So,
get out of here with that recovery. What are you talking about? That's insane. 2:20 on the clock at this point, and INTZ's got to find a way to break through the defense. I feel like at this point, shake off some nerves. You've been scored on a few times here, but the midfield control, they've demonstrated so well that they can do that.
It's back to game 1. They've boxed in INTZ a ton, and they give them some space as well. Justin trying to cut it out into the middle. Second effort from INTZ slows things down, but it really does feel like the repeat. But it slipped away at the end of game number 1 as well, and now the train has started. Maddox gets one on the board.
I believe it's PJ down here bumping Justin, and that was just enough to throw him off. He doesn't stay close to the post, gives the shot, gives a little bit of a window behind him there. Now is Maddox to put it home, and now a 2-goal game. With just under 2 minutes left to play, plenty of time for INTZ to come back into this.
Absolutely. But again, the speed has been slowly upping from NRG as they take those aggressive challenges in the midfield.
Nice.
Garrett G just ripped down the middle. Second opportunity saved as well. Reppy, well done.
Reppy is insane, and Maddox will back him up here. Now the pass across. PJ, the last player to work with Boost, the last player to touch it, but demolished, and Fireburner will look to play it out by himself. The full take of Boost onto the backboard, now back into the box for Garrett G, but Reppy's got it away as we continue to play the 2-goal game. Reppy thinks about it, a little bit of hesitation there. NRG's happy to punish, but the solid clear from Maddox. Now Garrett G through the air, 2 defenders in goal. Reppy's got it away. And I'm still just so impressed by this play in goal from all of the players on INTZ. More pressure, and they're just
there we go,
constantly in the correct spot. Now here comes Maddox. 1 minute remaining. Justin tries to deflect it, but it's still dangerous as it sits there and bounces in the midfield. Reppy looks for the pass. Actually gets it over the top of Fireburner. Justin bails him out, but now Maddox has the ball with nobody challenging him. One-on-one against Garrett G, and he beats him. Into the corner it goes, and it's a 1-goal game with 46 seconds left.
NRG finally missed a ball on offense. They got pushed back on the defense, and Maddox was so patient in the midfield, waiting to choose his moment to take that ball. He got in the 1v1, and a beautiful flick to the left post.
He didn't hesitate. It's so easy in a 1v1 to think, what should I do right now? What's Garrett going to be expecting? At that point, you've already lost. He just goes for the attack, the first one he thinks of, and it works. 38 seconds left. INTZ's making it close and trying to win it in 4 games.
Continues to slip away late in games for NRG. Can they hang on? 30 seconds.
A hit from Garrett G. Down the field, Maddox will look to challenge and beats Justin. Keeps it to himself, looking for a ceiling shot. He's all out of boost, though. Fireburner will play to the edge. Reppy won't make contact. Now Garrett G to carry it over the top of PJ. There's some way to buy time. Justin takes a shot, and Maddox will clear it. Justin again, underneath one, up against Reppy. Reppy wins the 50-50 once more, but with the time expiring, PJ and company have to get it down the field as Garrett G will play it across the Fireburner. They'll just play hot potato for the moment, burn all the time off the clock. They need to put it into the ground, and it will touch. Here we go. NRG, they win their second game, and we'll go to game 5.
First one, welcome to the World Championships, everybody. It wouldn't be day 1 if someone didn't have to go to game 5, and so it will be NRG and INTZ. Perhaps the most unlikely 2 candidates many people would expect to go to game 5, but NRG, they handed INTZ a little bit of their own medicine in game number 4. So aggressive coming out of the midfield, especially from Justin, and Garrett G was held pretty much dead silent in that game, but he didn't have to be. It was just win the ball, win the challenges, let Justin keep possession on offense, and Fireburner will go and score the goals.
For INTZ, this is where the rookie pressure really could start to creep up on you. You're going into Game 5. You are in a win or an in situation. You have to finish this. There's no more room for error.
Yes.
These Game 5s will be the most stressful point of their day.
And PJ as well. Usually such a huge proponent in those previous 3 games that INTZ were making a battle, and he really didn't get too much done as well. It was, again, Maddox and Reppy having to play a lot of that defense. So how are they going to stop this aggression from NRG coming out of the midfield? Because it was just, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just so aggressive, and Justin was so quick to jump at those balls. It's very risky as well. If they don't touch that ball, INTZ, they already made him pay on a couple of chances like that in Game 4, and it started to slide back INTZ's way.
NRG and company, though, still giving them a little bit of space with it taking usually 2 shots per goal to go in. INTZ, they need to make sure that they are punishing every chance they get as we head on to Champions Field for Game 5. These 5 minutes will decide it all with these 2 teams. Fireburner looks for Garrett. Maddox now into the corner. There's 1. Gets a pass 2. Justin's up and puts it high. He's following it himself, but he'll be low on boost, and Reppy's happy to clear. Fireburner now leaving it for Garrett, who wraps it high on the corner once more. Maddox, an excellent soft touch to dump it right back down and give it to PJ. Fireburner finds a win. Justin comes in for the shot, but it's Reppy to get it off once more, and they've deflected everything in their corner so far.
And now it's just stuck in that INTZ corner. NRG haven't really been able to poke it out into the middle of the pitch anytime, but now finally a breakout. Maddox lifts one towards the net. Justin able to get in front. Second opportunity for PJ down in the middle, and kicked high. Third chance for Maddox.
Looking for the shot, and it's a deflection from Fireburners. Reppy came in for the shot, and they easily keep it away. You'd think they've done it a million times. What a save from everybody on NRG.
And everyone's going to take a deep breath and reset here. Maddox lifts one towards the right-hand side. Easy stop for Garrett G. Kicked over the head of one, though, and Justin is in a battle. It's a bump play from both of them. Allows NRG to poke it down into the corner. And can Garrett G find Fireburner here?
He tries it up for Justin. Now into the corner, looking for one more shot. He gives the pass across, but there's not going to be anybody there as both Garrett and Fireburner are swinging themselves across the field. Fireburner will pick this one up on the pinch back out. It's a bit wide, and he'll need some help with the double demolition. Can they make this one work? The defense holds. Garrett gets it past 1. He's got 60 boosts here. He can make it happen, but PJ's already on the backboard and gets it away.
2 massive stops from PJ right there. The first save on that shot was so difficult, but here's another one. Just keep hitting it high off that wall, forcing INTZ to use a lot of boost and make some tough reads. So well done to keep that one away.
Garrett G all by himself. He's got a teammate across the field. There's 3 defenders all tangled up, but Reppy just keeps his car in the way. What a bulldozer. As Maddox looks for a pass now. Reppy will look for it, but doesn't actually make contact, and Garrett G gets that one away. And now pass 1 up against the defense into the corner. He'll look to bump Reppy as he moves. No, just chooses to rotate out, respecting the speed that INTZ has demonstrated. This one, posts it out. And INTZ finally repay the favor of the early own goal from NRG, and NRG has the lead.
Game 1, Phantoms just lifted off that post, and PJ again driving into the net. You said it back in game number 1, more likely to put it in than out, and oh so closely, but not quite. NRG on the board first.
2:43. INTZ needs to find an equalizer. NRG is pressuring Garrett G with an opportunity, but it's sent away. The shot, I don't believe, was even on target. Reppy will win the midfield once more. Justin manages to get past PJ high, but he uses all the boost just to try and keep control. But he does so. Can he find a teammate? Nobody's there. He's not able to tuck it in. Now Fireburner and Garrett G. Can they tag team this one together? Maddox wins the challenge, and Garrett G will adjust to the side. 2:16 left to go, onto the backboard. Nobody's home. PJ doesn't find the touch. Here's Justin. Pass 2. Reppy just hits his brakes, waits, reads, and plays. An excellent execution to get out of a sticky situation.
Switched to Justin's camera to see what he was thinking. He was so focused on getting that ball behind the defender, he just overcut it, and Garrett G trying to make up for it here. But NRG going to be a little bit disappointed that they didn't quite find that big second goal, take a lot of pressure off themselves. Transition cut down in the midfield.
What a pass. But here comes Garrett G on the other end, gets the tap across. Not able to put it in any position where any of his teammates could work with it. Fireburner now looking for a play, and PJ's got the block. Now up against Justin, winning the challenge. Low on boost, though. Garrett G happy to move in. Maddox demolishing the midfield is all up to Reppy as he gets it off. Now there's Garrett G to tap it. The defense, they thought about going to the backboard and then moved away, and Garrett's already airborne. 2-0 now for NRG.
And you know why they weren't up? Because Maddox is the only one there to make that play, and he doesn't have any boost as he's coming out of the corner, so he can't jump up and make that. He has to let it bounce and give himself that extra time. Garrett G, instant recognition, punishes.
2-goal lead, the veterans. The experience in Game 5 on this stage starting to pay off. It's Justin through the air. Didn't have any boost, but he did have a flip to work with. Wasn't able to make much of it, but Maddox will fake off Fireburner. Now Justin falling back, is going to have to deal with all three people. Here's Garrett G. A lot of space given there by INTZ. Justin, as he falls back, Reppy's trying to flip down the field, and I think INTZ might be a little on boost. He breaks one axle. Can he break two? Now with Reppy up underneath him, looks for the fake, but Reppy, his positioning is so perfect on those challenges. Whether you fake or shoot, he's right there.
And it's because as soon as they see, Garrett G, can you
way.
get it? Not quite. Poked into the corner. Fireburner can't find the pass into the midfield.
He was looking for that end-of-season Devo play. Didn't quite happen. Here's Garrett G with another one. Now Reppy out towards Maddox. Fireburner back into the box. 30 seconds left. INTZ's got to score. Maddox off to the side. Justin's got control. Someone needs to challenge him as he keeps this one nice and high. Tries to fake off Reppy, but Reppy knows where the ball is. And now out to Maddox. Back into the box, or back into the blue rather, as PJ tries. 15 seconds left, down by 2. It's been such a valiant effort from INTZ, but Game 5 looking more and more like it belongs to NRG as Maddox takes a shot, and that one will do it. Justin sends it away with 5 seconds left. Reppy demoed. That's going to be the game. NRG, it's a close one. It's such a nail-biter, but they squeak away with the 5-game victory.
You can see all of them go, whoo, okay, there we go. We made it through. Nice job, guys. And you said it. They play their best, backs against the wall. They come out and they starve INTZ in the final 2 games. So close to making that comeback in Game 4. Justin's going to take a nap. He needs it. He can go get that massage now.
Oh, man, I'd feel that way, too, if I was him right now. My goodness.
A tough series.
And immediately back to the strategizing and saying, okay, what happened in that game? What can we do differently? And for INTZ, they weren't able to take the win, but you have to feel proud of that performance. So few people gave you a chance against NRG, and you took 2 clean games off of them. Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely. I mean, this game could have been over in 3 games if that overtime had went the other way. INTZ could have very easily 3-0 swept NRG.
Yeah.
And it was a phenomenal series from those guys. And I have to say, I am absolutely looking forward to INTZ versus PSG. I want to see that matchup as well.
But PSG, they've got a few